steal that. Behind the back. What a pass! Steph Curry with a delivery to Draymond Green at full speed behind the back. 2 seconds to work with. Curry from midcourt. It's good! Don't act surprised. He can make them from anywhere.
Loose ball, Irving gets it, and numbers now for the Cavs here. Smith, the lob to James. Oh!
It's a tough catch. That lob was behind LeBron. The fact that he was able to lean back, catch it, and still deliver.
CP3. JJ has it. Fires in time for the win. The Clippers win! Arthur posted up on Paul Lowe. Blocked by Jordan. Recovered by Reddick. The lead to the under. Oh, slam dunk. Like that's a wow jump. Wow. Aaron Gordon, Oladipo, back to John. There's the big slam dunk. Aaron Gordon. Okay. With some thrill here at the Staples Center.
Well, there's our first candidate for our flight of the game later on. So you want to see that one? Stick with us.
Surely we can.
Step back to the line at 2. 1. Curry deep 3. Go!
He's walking away. He's walking out of the pressure. No, it's gone.
Defended on the wing. There's your guy. Everybody hates the rim right now. There's your guy, Dwight Powell.
Show us something, young fella.
There's your slam dunk champion.
Curry putting moves on Durant through the double. Able to beat Durant and score! Steph Curry around Kevin Durant off the dribble.
He really put Kevin in the grinder there, and that was an amazing move to get around him and a beautiful soft finish.
My cousin used to carry hot sauce in a bag.
A friend, like that's normal to carry
She
hot
used to
sauce
have
in
a
your
little
bag?
bottle of Tabasco. My cousin, rest in peace, she used to carry this bottle of Tabasco in her purse. Every time I see a bottle of Tabasco, I think of her.
Yeah, but isn't it supposed to be
Just pull it out.
refrigerated though?
It's hot sauce. It's peppers and vinegar.
You
That's
know-
it. That's all hot sauce is. Peppers, vinegar, and spices.
You know, I actually saw on Facebook an interesting recipe of how to make cough drops.
Don't you dare.
With what?
You make it with honey. It's cool. Yeah, you make it with honey. Yeah, you make it with honey. You put cinnamon, lemon, and then it's like you just boil it until it gets like super thick. Then it's
Oh,
like,
and then you freeze it
well,
or something?
no, I think you freeze it, and then after that you put like powdered sugar or over it, and then it's like it keeps them from sticking together.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like when you make candles or soap or stuff. It probably has the same concept to it.
Yeah, so I actually want to make some.
Why would you want to make cough drops?
I'm just saying.
He wants to make cough syrup, guys. Cough syrup.
Hey, give me 2 cups. Give me some spray.
Hey, did you know there was a such thing as Legal Lean?
Yeah, they sell it at HEB.
For real?
Yeah,
In the bottle?
yeah.
I thought it was like a new independent company selling this stuff.
No, wait, are you talking about that like drink stuff?
No, I'm talking about Legal Lean. It comes in like a fake cough drop bottle.
Mm-mm.
And it's legal.
Where you find that at? Tell me I'm camera just in case the feds is watching.
It's legal though.
Oh, okay. I'm tripping.
It's like they make some kind of probably like melatonin and chamomile, those type of things that help you go to sleep.
So it gives you that effect of being on lean.
Exactly. There's no what is it? There you go. There's none of that in there now.
Oh,
It's herbs, the natural stuff.
Herbs?
Like chamomile.
Oh. I was just saying, I mean, you said herbs. I was just trying to...
Not those herbs.
Oh, not those.
Not those herbs.
Not those. I mean, not that I would.
Not those herbs.
I just saw the... See, I told you. You tried to do it without me seeing it, and I told you.
It's just sticking out.
I told you, it happens. Every episode. Like, why you think I wear a hat?
It's my Michael Jackson curl.
That's your Michael Jackson curl? Your Thriller curl?
It won't cooperate. No.
What kind of foolish shit?
I didn't lick my finger. I wouldn't do that. Anyway, what's up,
God,
guys?
What's going on, people? This is Ladybug. I'm Cardo. How y'all doing, man? Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in to the last episode. We do appreciate that from y'all. But welcome. I mean, there's been a lot going on, man. What kind of...
Looking a little swole. No.
You doing the Rosie and the Riveter thing on the show,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Checking out my shoulder.
I see. Well, no, thank you guys for tuning in, really. We do appreciate that. Thank y'all for tuning in to the last episode where we talked about the best crossovers in the league. You know, we kind of hinted to this episode, so we might as well hit the ground running. Okay, it was a lot of stuff that's happened in the past couple of weeks that was sports related, but was kind of unsports related because it had absolutely nothing to do with what was going on the court.
We talk about gossip.
Gossip, the tea,
Gossip.
the
Tea.
dirt.
Where's my cup?
Did you have a cup?
Okay. Damn.
We can just
I was gonna bring it too.
Really?
I'm gonna make us some mugs so we can have them. Like, you know, the professional.
You gotta put your pinky out.
Put your pinky out,
SpongeBob taught us
like
at a
the
young
fourth quarter or
age.
something on it.
Yeah.
I'll
High five.
I'll make some.
Teamwork.
Next time.
Next time.
When the playoffs start, we're gonna have some mugs, guys.
Yeah. Oh, playoffs are coming. We talked about this last episode, but playoffs are almost here. Playoffs start on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday's almost here. Yeah, I almost hit that note. I did. I don't know. It's just something about this hat that makes me want to sing sometimes. Like get my Anthony Hamilton on. Ooh. Let me tell you something about the fourth quarter show. It's the best one on the internet, and I think you should know. $1 Million rhyme right there. Right there. Yes? No? Oh, the shade.
Gossip
The shade.
that we're discussing today, you know, we should have mentioned this in the last show, but we wanted to make something quick because I know you guys missed us.
We know you did.
So, but, you know, it's been a couple weeks, but we're going to talk about Kyrie.
Yeah. We're going to talk about D'Angelo Russell.
D-Lo.
We're going to talk about the comments that LeBron made about this super team that he would like to form one day, making a real-life version of the Avengers.
Ridiculous.
And we're going to talk about some comments by James Harden that should really leave Houston fans scratching their heads. All right. So, like we said, let's hit the ground running. First one, something that really didn't gain a lot of traction. That was only maybe around for like 1 or 2 days. The issue with Kyrie Irving, Kalani, and that member of Party Next Door.
Party Next Door is one guy.
Then they should have a singular name.
One guy.
They should have a singular name.
One guy.
Then.
I used to think The Weeknd was
I thought that was multiple people too.
Like when I first heard the name, I was like, oh, it's a group.
Yeah.
And even with what's the guy's name, Majid Jordan.
Yeah.
It's two. It's two of them.
But that's a single person name.
That's another OVO artist. So these are all OVO artists, by the way. So it's just weird. They're all weird. Anybody on OVO is weird.
Yeah.
The Weeknd, Party Next Door. I love McConan. He ugly. He lost a lot of weight though.
He did.
Did you see him?
That's that crack. Why is it whenever somebody loses weight, it always got to be drugs?
I have no idea. These people have money.
Yeah.
They can get any trainer, any food, any medicine,
any
surgery they want to.
They want, yes.
So if you're rich and you lose a lot of weight, it don't have to be crack. Not all the time.
Not all the time.
92% of the time, but
92% of the time it's crack.
I'm kidding.
That's funny. That's funny. So
this love triangle.
This love triangle that this young brother was in. So apparently, The guy from Party Next Door posted a photo of him and her laying in bed together.
The guy's name is Party Next Door.
That's what I said, right?
You said the guy from Party Next Door.
Yeah.
His name is Party Next Door.
Oh.
P&D. We're going to call him P&D.
P&D. Okay.
P&D.
Okay. P&D. The guy from them. Yeah. Okay.
You sounding real old right now.
It's the hat that does it, but I can't take it off because people are going to turn off the video. I can't take it off without people stop watching. But I don't know. That was just very interesting because at one moment it was saying that it was a recent photo. Then next it was a photo that came out 2 or 3 weeks ago. Then Kyrie is posting like weird like photos on his Instagram about keeping away snakes and bad energy and bad vibes. Then the girl's trying to kill herself or supposedly trying to kill herself. Chris Brown makes a joke about it. Like, how did it get to be that?
How Chris Brown get in this thing?
I know.
You have your own problems.
But you know what? I think it is that Chris Brown hasn't been in the news for anything lately. Have you noticed that? This has been the quiet.
I mean, he has his little social media moments, but
ever since he got his daughter, like he kind of like settled all of that down. Because you know he was like wild and reckless for a minute there, but it's just like now he's kind of like settled that down a little bit. But I don't know whether it's true, whether it's just a cover-up by their publicist or whatever. I just hope Kyrie uses this as fuel during the playoffs. You know, because in all honesty, he has a lot to prove. Like, I mean, he was injured throughout the playoffs last year. You know, so he has a lot to prove, and especially if he wants to get out of LeBron's shadow and possibly go to another team next season, he's going to have to show out in these playoffs. You know, he's going to have to be moving the ball, moving everything, because if not, no quality team is going to want to give up a piece to get Kyrie Irving.
Right.
They're not going to want to do that. Okay,
unless he proves he's worth it.
Exactly, because I mean the way he's moving now, like I mean he may end up with the 76ers. We may trade him to them for the first pick. You never know.
Guys, he said we may.
Oh, well, I'm just saying because I mean a lot of decisions have to trickle down, you know, and then we got to sign off on them. Yeah, just the decisions that we make. So what is your take on it? What do you think?
I think she's a hoe bag.
Oh.
To be blunt. But no. Seriously, they're young. Kyrie's 24. She's probably like 22. Party Next Door is around. She's 20.
Thank you. Our producer.
Party Next Door. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
But she's 20. Kyrie's 24. Just turned 24. Party Next Door is probably around the same age as Kyrie.
Possibly.
Thank you. We got confirmation.
Producers are just on it.
So they're young. You know, I just think that social media blows up a lot of stuff.
It does.
I'm not saying that what she did was right because it obviously wasn't. If they were together, I don't even know if they were together. We don't know. You know, they were probably, you know, just that.
Oh, got confirmation they weren't together.
See what I'm saying?
Good
This is
job.
what social media does. Social media makes people think they're together. You post a picture of somebody, all of a sudden y'all are together.
Yeah.
So, it was blown out of proportion. You know, I had fun with the jokes. The internet had fun with the jokes. But in the end, these are people we're talking about. Young people who don't really have a mind of their own just yet, especially her.
Yeah.
So, Kyrie has a baby girl. He needs to focus on her and call it a day.
So the baby isn't by her?
No.
No, okay.
This is a white lady. Caucasian.
Oh.
Of the Caucasoid persuasion.
What?
That's a word, guys. Caucasoid.
Oh, so you using the big words now.
I got that from, where did I get that from? It was a show back in the day. They said Caucasoid persuasion. Of the Caucasoid persuasion.
Good Times? Because it sounded like something they would say on Good Times.
It was a newer show. It might have been like, it wasn't Martin. I know every line from Martin.
Yeah, Martin.
It wasn't Martin. It might have been like Jamie Foxx or something like that.
I can see Jamie Foxx. Or Wayans Brothers. Do you watch that?
Probably so, yeah.
Have you realized that the older you get, the Wayans Brothers is not really as funny as it was when we were kids?
I do. I never really liked the Wayans Brothers, actually.
As a child, I did because I was like, okay, it's just that mindless humor. Somebody falls down the stairs and it takes them like 5 minutes to get up. Oh, ha, 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 that's funny. You know, but it's like when you get older, it's like, bruh, like, just get up.
Just get up. Like, there's not syrup on the floor. Just get up.
Like, you're making the situation worse by trying to help them. Let's be an adult and figure this out. So yeah, nah, I don't know. I really think that it was blown out of proportion. I mean, Kyrie doesn't look like he's affected by it, but I really need for him to step up during the playoffs. I do. I mean, because the best dynamic that the Cavaliers have is when LeBron is running point, Kyrie is the shooting guard. And I mean, at least that way, Kyrie will always have the ball in his hands. I mean, LeBron, he just wants to bring it up, set up plays. Let Kyrie, you go to work. You get to your spots, I'll pass you the ball, do your thing. Like, but I mean, I don't know.
I don't think it's affecting him that much.
Nah, it doesn't appear to be.
Which is good.
Yeah, that's good.
I sure do hate she tried to take herself out though.
So you believe that actually happened?
I mean, I don't know. That's the point.
Okay.
I don't know. So if she did try to, I hate that it did happen. We don't know nothing.
Yeah.
We don't know nothing.
I'll ask.
We don't know nothing. I saw a picture of Nick Cannon at the hospital with her though. He went to go visit her.
Is Nick Cannon trying to become like the new Steve Harvey?
I don't know. I don't really like Steve Harvey.
Really? I mean, I
think Steve Harvey's a fake.
Really?
But that's another topic for another day. Maybe during the summer after basketball season's over.
Yeah, where y'all just
we'll give you guys a gossip
us.
show.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. But it's something that you said, young, impressionable, not knowing, really what to do. This brings us to the next person, D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, he's very young.
Yes, 19. And that whole situation, if you guys had, I mean, by now you should know the story. Nick Young was having a conversation with D'Angelo Russell about past infidelities and past women he's been with while he's been in a relationship.
With IGGY.
Oh.
Iggy Azalea, guys.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Iggy Azalea.
I mean, but somehow it was on Snapchat, it got out online, then somehow, some way, everybody's saying that. Did you hear a report that Nicki Minaj was the one who released the video? Yeah. I'm like, how did she have anything? Like the same way how Chris Brown got tied in.
Some sort of beef or something, because somebody called somebody out about not writing their own raps. I think Nicki called Iggy out, and then they had a back and forth.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that whole situation right there, like a lot of people are saying, it should be more emphasis on, Nick Young cheating on his girlfriend. That's what she said?
His fiance, guys. This is a person that he chose to marry, or he wants to marry, So I think there's two different ways that people are viewing it. The guys are viewing it like, oh man, D'Angelo's a snitch, he's a rat, forget him, nobody needs to talk to him, he's always going to be an F-boy or whatever. And then you have the women who are like, well, that's what Nick Young get. That's what he get for cheating. D'Angelo did the right thing. I think I'm kind of like in the middle. D'Angelo did not do the right thing.
That's true.
He did not do the right thing. Nick Young, he's a cheater. But I don't think people are, what am I trying to say, ignoring the fact that he cheated. They're just putting D'Angelo being a rat on top of that, which kind of bothers me, because it's like there's disloyalty from Nick Young and from D'Angelo. So it's like disloyalty is just disloyalty. That's it.
Yeah.
But as far as basketball goes, it's bad for the locker room. But I'm talking about as people here. I'm talking about as people.
Okay.
Forget the locker room.
Okay.
Talking about as people.
Now, my take is, I see it more along the lines with D'Angelo Russell was wrong. Like, I mean, what Nick Young did was wrong as well, but I'm just saying D'Angelo Russell, it is a code as a man.
Forget the code. Y'all keep bringing up this code. There's always a code. There's always unwritten rules for everything.
Yeah, but more importantly, in situations like that, like put it like
why
this.
even talk about it though?
Okay, but see, my thing is like maybe they were cool on a level like that. You get what I'm saying?
Says who? You don't tell. Look, see, there's just some things you don't mention.
True, but
you just knew D'Angelo Russell is a rookie. You haven't known this guy for more than a year.
Okay, that is true. But at the same time, he felt like it was some level of comfortability right there. To where like he felt, well, hey, this my little partner, you know what I'm saying? Let me put him up on game real quick. That's probably what he said. Let me put him up on game. He's just 19. I'm about to be 30. Let me put him up on game real quick about what's going on. Okay, I mean, because you never know. That could have been his vet. You know, because every rookie that comes to the league, they get their own veteran
But that's
player.
why there's a line. You know what I'm saying? This is your teammate,
Yeah,
not just your friend. Like Nick Young, you talk like that to your friend
true.
that you've been knowing. This is a teammate first
Yeah,
and a friend second.
yeah.
Like both of them are retarded. Sorry, get that word. We're not gonna use that word. Both of them were a little stupid in the situation. Because if I don't really know you, I'm not gonna tell you my business like that.
You know what?
Period.
You know what? I can equate that.
Because it sounds like he's bragging in a way, which backfired on him.
True, true. Also, you know what? I like to relate what you just said to like Catfish. You know how? Because have you watch Catfish, right?
Yeah.
Okay, on Catfish, they are always calling somebody that they find on somebody's friends list, calling somebody that they're tagged in photos with. Hey, well, we're calling asking about such and such. It's Need from Catfish. Can you tell us a little bit about them? And these people get on there telling their whole life story. Yeah, well, I just saw them yesterday. They finna go to the beach. Yeah, I've never heard of such a... You don't even know. Like, call my friends and ask them, hey, well, how do you know Jay? Oh, I don't know. What's up? What you need?
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Who sent you?
No, I don't know. And then that's it. They gonna hang up the phone.
Exactly.
They're not finna give up information like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just still see it with D'Angelo Russell because it's like that's foul, especially when it comes to a teammate. You get what I'm saying? And then for the fact for him to say it was a prank, how is that a prank? How is that funny? How was
messed up somebody's life?
How is that meant to be comical? Like that's what I don't get. How is a prank on any level?
That's not a prank. A prank is not that.
Yeah, or
that's not a prank. When you put somebody's personal life in your prank, now.
But see, it's the manner of what he said in the personal life. You get what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, it was a recording that came out where Nick Young was like, "Man, this chick never cooks," like, or when she does cook, her food is horrible. Like, if he was to say something like,
said that?
"No, I'm saying," like, but if he did, no, but if he did, that would be more forgivable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that with how far he went with it, like I would have been like, bruh, like every dude has had this with his partners. Like they'll be talking about like, hey man, yeah, such and such, the girl walking to the room, yeah, about that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just certain rules, it's just certain etiquette that goes along with you talking to a guy or talking to one of your supposed to be boys.
Right.
There's certain etiquette that goes with it. Like that meme that's out there, to where it's like, and I know you've seen it, it's a picture of Will Smith. He was like, when my partner out here, what is it? Oh yeah, when my partner's girl is out here cheating on him, they looking up, they paying attention, watching everything that's going on. And
let me compare this situation to the Kalani situation.
Okay.
How did you feel about the Kalani situation?
I mean, in all honesty,
did you point out and say, "Oh man, P&D shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that"? No, you were like, "Oh, Kalani, that's messed up."
Yeah.
That's a double standard.
How?
That's a double standard. You're not pointing out the fact that P&D snitched on her, but you're pointing out the fact that Kalani cheated.
But if she wouldn't have been in that compromising situation,
like Nick Young, hello.
I'm just saying.
Producers, what do you guys think?
What do y'all got?
Okay, this is what happened. Party Next Door was with Kaylani first. That was the old picture.
That's her first look.
That's the old picture that he posted being shady, or whatever.
Being shady, like D'Angelo, right?
Kyrie got on Twitter and was like, "Me and Kaylani was not together. She did not cheat on me, and she's struggling with some like real life stuff, and like he's sorry for her, and he wishes her well, whatever." So she didn't cheat at all.
But that sounds like a written statement more than anything.
No, it wasn't written. You didn't even see it. Oh, sorry.
Our producer is getting kind of and what? And if the producer's supposed to be in our ear, how can everybody hear them?
These headsets are just
I know,
terrible.
they're just horrible. Hello?
Hello?
Again?
The cord.
The cord? Short in it? Short? Wow, that is crazy. That's our producer, ladies and gentlemen.
In this same situation, we're going to say Nick Young and Party Next Door. Nick Young and Kyrie. Wait, what am I trying to say? Nick Young and Kalani are on the same level.
Okay. So can we put D'Angelo Russell and Party Next Door on the same level?
We can.
Okay.
So why is everybody, so forgiving to Party Next Door?
I mean,
and just started bashing Kalani.
But see, I'm not. I mean, I can't be forgiven. I just found out that there's one member in Party Next Door.
Nah, man, forget you. You over here making excuses.
I'm just saying.
You trying to take up for Nick Young.
No,
but you want to bash Kalani.
Nah.
Next topic.
Okay. Hit us up, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, wait. We have something.
I'm on Nick Young's side because first of all, if I'm cheating on my dude and I tell my homie and you go.
That's your homie though, right?
Yeah.
That's not your teammate that you met
maybe
7 months ago.
Maybe he thought they was better than what they was.
So who's retarded in this situation?
It's like if you're gonna run your mouth about what you do behind closed doors, then you never know.
And see, that's kind of what I'm. Cause it was
I just look at it in a way as but still, Party Next Door and Kalani were behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next door. Party Next Door. Closed doors. I'm just playing.
I didn't catch that. We went right on.
I'm just playing.
But nah, okay. So it seems like we're not gonna get a resolution to this one, ladies and gentlemen. But y'all let us know what you think.
Treat people right, and they'll treat you right.
Do right, and good will come on to you.
Exactly.
And
you won't have to hide anything and worry about a snitch in the room.
Exactly.
Everybody makes mistakes.
And then if you gon' snitch, snitches get stitches, cause that's what we believe in.
But you ain't calling for P&D to get stitches. Anyway, next
topic, ladies and gentlemen.
What we got here?
Let me see.
Lebanon.
I
call him that sometimes.
LeBron James. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but in the past week or two, LeBron made a few comments about him wanting to join a super team with him, D Wade, Carmelo, and CP3.
There should be a picture too.
Yeah, you guys should see it right now. It's no team on anything. So
right, it's a black and white jersey.
Yeah,
so it's like, where you going?
Yeah, I mean
Brooklyn.
Yeah, really, Brooklyn. We saw how that worked out with Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett. See how that worked out. Now the Nets they don't even have a draft pick for the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Seriously?
Yeah,
that's because the Celtics got
the Celtics took everybody's picks.
The Celtics have all the picks.
Everything, guys. Now, some people are saying that it works. Some people are saying that it won't work. Like, what is your take on that?
I don't think it's gonna work. Like, how many super teams did the Celtics have when they had their championship runs? How many superstars were on this team before? Like, what am I trying to say? They didn't all come to the team is what I'm saying. They didn't trade for this person, trade for that person to be on the team.
Right.
Even the Bulls, the only person that came to the team was Rodman.
True.
Everybody else, they were just, a big part to the team, should I say.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it just doesn't work. I don't think it works. I don't think it will work. Sorry, guys.
My thing...
It's just too much talent. Too much talent. It's not going to work.
See, but I saw in a weird way that it would work.
Houseway.
The way I saw it working is that I would put LeBron James and CP3 in a starting lineup. I would have D Wade and Melo coming off the bench because, in all honesty, there wouldn't be enough balls to go around. It wouldn't.
There's only one ball.
Yeah, it's only one ball. And I mean, CP3 has to have the ball, LeBron has to have it, Melo has to have it, D Wade has to have it.
Too many different
But see, it could possibly work though, because like you said, it's different skill sets. I mean, but the thing is, a lot of them like to work on the same side of the floor. That's why all 4 of them could not be on the floor at the same time. The reason I say put D Wade and Melo on the bench is just for the fact that they're older players and they've had more injuries throughout their career than CP3 and LeBron, who've been relatively healthy. Mm-hmm. So I could possibly see it work. Also, in all honesty, I could have seen LeBron staying with Miami if D Wade would have did the Manu Ginobili type thing of coming off the bench. I could have seen that, but with his pride and everything in it,
exactly.
Yeah.
Pride and egos is always gonna get in the way.
That's true, but I mean, at the same time, look at the sacrifice D Wade made after they lost to the Dallas Mavericks in the 11 finals. He told LeBron, "Hey, look, this is your team. You know, take us there." You know, so he kind of had to step aside, and I mean, I don't see Melo having a problem stepping aside next season, because in all honesty, I really think Melo is going to end up with the Cavs next season.
But this is the same guy who didn't want to go to Chicago or Houston or LA because he wanted a bunch of money.
True.
It's
But
like, does someone's way of thinking really change from 2 years ago to now?
Yep,
Like,
I do, because what probably slapped Melo into reality is just for the fact that this is going to be like his second or third straight year missing the playoffs. That's what I think is going to be the biggest issue for Melo.
It's going to be desperation.
Exactly, because he said that going to the Team USA practices, it bothers him because everybody's talking about their experience past the first round, their experience in the playoffs. But
what's that?
Yeah, I won a scoring championship. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so I really think out of desperation, Melo would possibly go there. And, you know, it's also a trade rumor out there about, you know, Kyrie going to the Clippers for CP3. That I really don't see working, just for the fact that CP3 is a ball-dominant point guard. And LeBron is, in retrospect, a point guard as well. So I really don't see that working out, because both of them need the ball to be effective. It can be said that LeBron is more effective when he has the ball, and CP3's teams are less effective when he doesn't have the ball. You know, so it would be an interesting dynamic to see work out there. But in all honesty, I like to see the competitiveness of it. You know, but I mean, if a Kevin Durant
it's gonna be like UConn women's basketball.
Well, yeah.
Blowouts every night.
But I mean, if you look at it, I mean, if other teams are going to develop super teams, like if Kevin Durant goes to Golden State, you get what I'm saying? Like,
are they on the list? I thought the Lakers were on the list.
But
Lakers, Houston, and OKC.
But see, that's the thing. I cannot see Kevin Durant going to a team that's not already a contender. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like he's in the prime of his career. Before your window closes on you, like, you want to win a championship. You don't want to spend 2, 3, 4, 5 years wasting your time not making the playoffs, or if you make the playoffs, getting knocked out in the first round.
Right.
You know?
Like he has
done. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall.
If it happens.
If it does come to fruition. Now, this brings us to the next topic, though, which kind of plays in the hand with KD and Russell Westbrook and all of that other stuff. Okay, so E60 on ESPN is doing a sit down with James Harden, where he talks about this season, his future goals, the kind of player that he wants to be. But he also talks about him being traded to Houston is one of the worst memories that he has. It's something that he always regrets, being traded. And in these comments,
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that?
I heard that he was saying about how the finals that he went to always plays in his head about what if.
No, he actually said that he still wishes that he was in OKC because he never wanted to leave in the first place. Yep, he said that because they asked him. They were like, "Well, hey, what would your role be if you were still with the Oklahoma City Thunder?" And he was like, "Oh, coming off the bench." He was like, "I would be perfectly fine playing my role and coming off the bench with OKC."
I gotta look at this.
You have to look at it. Yeah, he was like, he would be perfect.
E60.
E60. He said he would be perfectly fine coming off the bench. He was like, because of the chemistry and everything that they had with one another. Yeah, he said that, and that explains why Houston flounders the way that they do, because if you are a superstar getting superstar money, you should never be okay with being a sixth man.
Yeah.
And especially when you come to a city and they want you to be the man, but you're perfectly fine and complacent with being a sixth man on another team. Like, I don't see that. Even though in retrospect he will be playing starters minutes and closing the game. But yeah, he said that he hates the fact that he left OKC, or he was traded away from OKC, because he feels as though that if he would have stayed there, they could have had and developed something very special.
So Houston's out here getting cheated.
Houston is basically the side chick in the situation.
I'm so hurt.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
No, yes.
Why hasn't anybody been blowing this up? Like,
because no, yes. And look, we'll play the video for you guys. We will, because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You are getting paid to be the man.
there's this guy. I'm in this Rockets group on Facebook. He's always called James Harden the sixth man.
He is.
He always says he's not a star. Well, he's not a superstar. He's a star, but he's not a superstar. And that the Rockets will never win with him on the team unless he's willing to come off the bench.
Yeah.
I said, dang. And then I hear you say that. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my thing is, I always talk about this and how you have all these players who have developed.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the same game they had 5 years ago.
Right.
You have LeBron. They're all different players than they were 5 years ago.
Right.
Russell Westbrook, these past 2 years, he's just been killing it. Even Steph Curry.
Yeah.
They have developed and they have grown within their game. And you look back to James Harden and it's like, what have you done to grow your game? Like, how has your game grown?
Yeah, but
he's still doing the same thing. It's like, what?
If you look at his game,
he's posting up a little more, but it's like,
his game would be good in spurts, like a six man.
Yeah.
Like coming off the bench, scoring those points, like a crowd favorite, doing a little cooking motion. Mm-hmm. But if you're expecting that cooking motion all game long.
And I'm not saying that Houston is better off without James Harden, because pretty much there are games that we wouldn't score points if it wasn't for James Harden.
That's true.
But sometimes we play too much Harden ball.
We do.
I don't know if it may be coaching. He needs a coach that's really going to buckle down and say, hey, you can't do that. You can't dribble out the shot clock down to 7 seconds and pass the ball, and we out here looking for a shot, and everybody's standing around just looking at him dribble the ball. And it's like, I think it starts with coaching. That's what I'm going to say.
It does. It starts with coaching. But it's also part of the player, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're getting that money, something should tell you, hey, like, I'm not going to be out here embarrassing myself.
But we obviously know it doesn't start with James, because James is like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true.
He likes the recognition. Like, even when he's on defense, he ball watches.
Yeah.
Everybody knows if you're on defense, you don't watch the ball.
Yeah.
You watch your man.
Uh-huh.
And he gets the ball watching, waiting for the steal or whatever he's waiting on. I don't know what he's waiting on. He's just waiting to get the ball back into his hands.
Right.
And it's like, did your parents not love you?
Yeah.
What are you looking for,
it's
James?
Cruel.
I'm just
I
saying.
thought I was the mean one.
That's what they say. Like, why do you need all this attention on yourself?
Yeah.
And not the team? But wrong ear.
This feed on these microphones is horrible. Is it stretched tight? Okay, that should be a little bit better. No, but yeah, those comments are ridiculous. And the fact that in the video,
I'm gonna have to look this up.
Because I was talking to one of my friends. I was talking to my light-skinned friend Chris, and he was like that when he saw that interview. He was like, the fact that James Harden was so sad, he literally was acting like someone died. Like, literally in the interview, he was holding his head down. He was like, yeah, man, I still sit up at night and think about it. I still sit up and think, man, if I was with OKC, what could we be right now? So, that brings me to my point about Kevin Durant. What I can see happening this summer, or maybe summer after that, is James Harden going back to OKC. Especially if Westbrook and Kevin Durant stay there. I can definitely see him going back there and going right back into his old position of being sixth man.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. And I'm surprised that that's not getting more traction. But, Marky, I wish this happens.
And then we could get Kyrie in Houston.
Possibly. Possibly. Like, I'm wishing this happens so that way we can say we broke this news first on the fourth quarter.
That's crazy.
I hope it happens now. Because, I mean, in all honesty, we won't win a championship with James Harden. We won't.
Not playing Harden ball. We can win with him. but not playing hardball.
Yeah. Or what James Harden needs to play with is that veteran leadership. You know, look what veteran leadership can do to a young, hapless team. I mean, look at what Paul Pierce did for the Washington Wizards last season. I mean, just from him trash talking alone, the Toronto Raptors last season, it made them fold under pressure.
Wow, I'm so sad. I'm sorry I'm stuck on James and these comments.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to, man.
Yeah. I'll play that clip for you guys, just so y'all don't think I'm pulling stuff out of the air. I'll play that clip for you, which is ridiculous.
I hate you, James.
Yeah. So they gonna burn. Because this time last year, weren't people calling him King James when he was there in the MVP race?
He's the real King James.
Most blasphemous I've heard all year long. Ridiculous. Hurt, right? Well, guys,
I'm gonna burn my James Harden jersey.
Well, guys, you know what? We're going to take a brief break. We're going to be right back so she can recompose herself. And we're going to holler at y'all in a little bit. See y'all in a second. You going to be okay? Let him use you. Let him use you. It's okay. She'll be okay.
Okay, ladies. Beyonce is not going to be able to make it today to lead Precious Lord. So we're going to need another song so that we still have 5 songs. Does anybody have any ideas?
Oh, I can sing the lead. Okay. No. What? No. Beyonce always gets to sing the lead.
Okay, does anybody have any real ideas?
Oh, we can do that one song. How it go? I love to get on. I love to get too on. That one. No, we need to do, don't you know that I've been looking for you? Why we always gotta do what she says? No, because no, you're not the choir director.
Ladies.
You're not my dad.
Ladies.
You're not my dad.
Ladies. I've got an idea.
Don't you know that I've been looking for you? I love to get on. I love to get to on. I'm so glad I found you. 'Cause you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I would have all about that bass, no trouble. For the rest of our days, I'm so fancy. You already know I'm Mr. Fancy. For the rest of our days, yes, and we will take me to the king. Lay your hands side to side. Have much to bring. Lay your hands side to side. My heart's torn in pieces. It's my offering. Shove it sideways, smack it in the air. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. Don't believe me, just watch. I just wanna praise you. Don't believe me, just watch. I'm gonna praise you. Hey, oh! I believe it. I receive it. Yes, I claim it. It's mine. My deliverance. It's mine. My healing. It's mine. My joy. It's mine. Yeah. It's mine. The buses are nasty. It's mine. The buses are filthy. It's mine. He's gonna be on your side for a long period of time. Hey. No, you never put more on me. Never. Never. Put more on me. Help me say never.
Yeah, I think we'll just do 4 songs.
Yes, yes, Lord, for the rest of our days. Yes, Lord, for the rest of our days. Yes, yes, Lord, for the rest of our days. And we will praise you for the rest of our days.
She's okay. We just had a little prayer circle, so she's gonna be all right. All right. So while she still recomposes herself, let's go ahead and get into the second half of the show, guys, where we actually talk about the sports, what goes on the field, what actually goes on the court. All right. So first and foremost, Texans fans, we have our quarterback, or do we?
We have a quarterback.
We have a quarterback.
That we're paying $18 million a year?
$82 million for 4 years. Or is it $72 million for 4 years? It's one of the two.
72, which comes out to $18 million a year.
Yeah.
We're paying him $18 million a year to throw that football.
Yeah. Very interesting. At least he does have a good defense. He will have a wide receiver to go to, which is good. He'll have a running back behind him, which is good. So we have a quarterback.
I think with the threats that we have, I think a lot of pressure will be off of him.
Right.
Especially getting another healthy, young, good running back.
And then our defense as well.
Yes.
Our defense, that's something, that he can,
That's how Peyton Manning won.
Yeah, he won with a great defense. But you know what? Before we continue, let's go ahead and bid farewell to Arian Foster. See you later, sir.
God bless you.
And all your future endeavors.
Did you get
Yeah. I see what you did there. I see
God
what you
bless
did
you,
there.
Arian Foster.
The tea on this episode is so good. This episode. It's gonna be weird, but in all honesty, it's gonna be weird seeing Arian Foster on another team's injury report next season. I took it there.
What a low blow.
I took it there. It's gonna be weird seeing him on another team's injury report.
Oh well.
Yeah, it ain't our fault. Yeah, it ain't our fault. But yeah, so what else do we need?
We need another threat at wide receiver.
We do.
I mean, we have
Because we
what's
didn't.
his name?
Hopkins.
No, not Hopkins. The other guy.
Washington.
Because Nate Washington's gone, right?
Yeah, Nate Washington is gone.
The rookie. Well, he's not a rookie anymore. Second-year player. What is his name? Dang, it just slipped my mind.
I'm not sure.
Wow. Anyway, we need another.
No, still don't have it.
Dang, I'm getting old.
Man, I'm telling you, it's the hat making everybody feel old today. But yeah, I would say we need a tight end. But as far as the receiver is concerned, how would you feel about Andre Johnson coming back?
I mean, he can come back. It's cool.
I mean, he would be a good number 2 or a number 3 receiver. Number 3, I can see that. But I mean, his biggest issue was the fact that he wanted to be a number 1, and he had no longer had number 1 speed, number 1 ability. So as a number 3 receiver, as a big target in the end zone, I could see him being great with that. And he never really wanted to leave Houston in the first place. He was forced out of the door. So yeah, we need a receiver. We need a tight end. We really need a tight end for when we go up against teams like Seattle who like to play you long downfield. We need that short underneath type stuff.
Yeah, we need somebody who can go across the middle. So
yeah, we need that. Hopefully Miller, can catch passes. So hopefully that's an option. And then you mentioned the defensive end. Now, as far as our defense is cool. I would just like to see our secondary get a little bit better. Yeah. Because when we play against the Tom Brady.
But like when you look at their numbers, they're one of the best duos in the league, and it's like I'm watching these guys.
Yeah.
Where are these numbers coming from?
I know, right? I know. Because I've seen us get torched.
Because we gave up a lot of yardage.
We did. So that
in the air.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on the ground, but in the air.
Yeah. Like we don't cover well. So yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Like our secondary just needs to get better, because when we play against the elite teams, the elite quarterbacks, they torch us.
Yeah, they're not scared of our secondary.
They're not.
They're not scared of
They
K-Jax.
don't have
They're
one
scared of
person
J-Joe.
on the field to where they can say, well, hey, I'm not going to throw on this side because we have that player over there.
No.
Like, we don't have that threat, but that's what
we don't have that when the announcers say, oh, this is going to be a good matchup.
Where people actually believe it?
Antonio Brown versus K-Jax. That's not, no, nobody's going to,
No, they're not, no. Okay, okay, so, I mean, I'm interested for the season, though, just for the fact that it's going to be a long, dry summer, where player behavior is going to be the new topic of the summer. Yeah. Who got drunk?
Who got arrested?
Who did this?
Who beat their wife?
Yeah.
Who had a gun in the club?
Yeah, stuff like that, you know. So I am interested for the season to start. You know, it's gonna be
I'm ready. I'm excited. I want to see what Brock can do.
Yeah, I do.
You know,
I do.
Is he the answer for the Texans?
And do they still do the free slushies? Because I don't remember getting one last year.
I think so. We didn't get one. We won what, 9 games?
Oh, I don't remember. I mean, because you know they don't advertise it like they used to.
Oh well, because it's been going on for how long? 5 years, 6 years?
Nah, it ain't been going on that long, huh?
Yes, it has.
Well, one of them years we only got a slushie
2
twice. Yeah. So shoot, I mean, it's easy.
And it's good for preseason too. If they win in preseason, you get one.
Okay.
FYI.
So we're about 4 months away from preseason because it comes in August.
Jalen Strong is the boy's name, the other receiver, second year player.
Shows what type of impact that he makes, the fact that it took us that long to find him.
He got arrested for, he's already been arrested this offseason.
Oh, God.
For marijuana possession, I think.
Oh,
man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right.
That's 12, always messing up somebody's good time. Always. So, moving from the gridiron to the hardwood. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about our favorite team to hate. The Golden State Warriors. Like, I take so much joy and pleasure out of when they lose. It is ridiculous. Like, 2 Fridays ago, when they played the Boston Celtics, like, I was in the room jumping. I was screaming. You would have thought I would have hit the lottery. Like, how happy I was.
And it's like you get so mad because you know these teams on the verge of winning. And what do the referees do? They don't call this football tackle. Draymond Green put on Marcus Smart.
The player's just right there, and he leans into him.
And then the play before that, Marcus Smart was calling a timeout when somebody was on the ground with the ball. His teammate was on the ground with the ball. He's calling a timeout in front of the ref.
Yeah.
They don't call a timeout until Draymond Green gets possession and Golden State calls a timeout.
They do that. It was a couple of times where it should have been a 5-second violation on an inbounds play. Like, because I was sitting up there counting, I was like, bro, throw in the, like, what is going on? Like, that should be a turnover.
It's not right.
Like, or the game that happened, what was it?
A week ago?
A week ago, something like that.
About a week and a half ago.
Yeah, when they were playing the Timberwolves. And Cat, he was driving a lane, and then they called a blocking foul on Steph Curry, which would have gave him.
It was an and one, actually.
It was an and one.
Cat got the basket, and it was an and one.
Yeah, and that would have been Steph Curry's 5th foul.
And what do? They
went to review.
They do something that is not even in the rule book.
It's not.
This is not a foul that you review. The only fouls you review is if it's flagrant or not, or if it was a 2-point foul or a 3-point foul.
That's the only one that you review. But a charge and a block.
Come on, man.
When has that ever been
changed? And then they overturned it.
They did. In what world did that happen? Like, Sam Smith was on the sideline going crazy in his Sunday Deacon outfit.
Like Sam Mitchell.
Yes,
Sam Smith.
Yes, yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, he was
not the singer.
Yeah,
Sam Mitchell.
He was over there going crazy,
but it's like,
man.
How do you just make up new rules on the go?
I know.
Your handbook, your NBA rule handbook, is online for everybody to see.
Yeah. I don't know. That was just frustrating. But they lost, and I took ultimate joy in that. Does that make me a hater? Just a little bit. But you know what? I don't care. Like, Golden State has been on a pedestal for far too long now. I mean, you got Draymond Green.
If they were If they didn't cheat so much,
And
I
if they
wouldn't
were
mind
more
it.
humble about it,
Do you know how many moving screens this team sets?
like it was a couple of moving screens to where Draymond Green actually leveled the player, and Steph Curry just stepped into it and made a three.
Bogut has a big habit of sticking his butt out.
Yeah, he does.
Like, and nobody sees that. How do you not see that? How many refs we got on the floor? We got 3 refs. Do we need 5?
Yeah.
Do we need 5?
I mean, it's like Golden State just gets away with a lot.
It's like, what? Do you think these guys are like tripping on their own when they go behind the screen?
Really? Like, or if it's really a screen, that player should just be held up right there. Like the player shouldn't like. No, it's
Moving screens. That should be their new logo.
Yeah, it should be. It's just ridiculous. Like they lost to who was it? The Celtics, which is a great win. They lost to the
Didn't
Minnesota
they lose to the
Timberwolves.
Celtics twice this season?
Just once. They lost to Portland. Yeah, that was Portland. Now I think you're probably thinking about. But yeah, the Boston Celtics took them to overtime before.
Okay.
Yeah, they took them to overtime, but they didn't beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I take joy when they lose. And also, their GM just said a few weeks ago that they're light years above any other team in the league. Who says that? Like teams I can tell take that crap personally. And now they're starting to get the best of them.
But my thing is, Golden State fans, when they lost to Boston, they were like, oh man, we're missing our backup center, Festus Ezeli.
Yeah.
We're missing our finals MVP. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But he was back against the game. He was back in the game against the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's an important part of the game for this team. But he's not going to catapult you guys to be a winner to be a winner when he's there. Or he's not going to make you guys win a game that you lost if he's there.
Or fix the bad habits that they've started to develop late in the season. I mean, because sometimes
you get too good, you get too cocky, you get too arrogant.
Yep, and that's exactly what's happening.
Ways to beat y'all.
Exactly. I mean, the Spurs basically gave the blueprint. I mean, it's like everybody on Golden State can shoot a 3. So it's like now they're starting to play everyone extended. Like, hey, hold your man. Like, that is your responsibility. Hold your man. Like, I mean, with screens, they're starting to step out on those screens now instead of going under the screen.
Yep,
because that's where Steph normally excels. He gets that moving screen, then he just pops.
Yeah, they're sitting here trying to chase this record, and it's like, well, people are beating you now, so they're going to watch the film.
Yeah.
Instead of watching film of you playing the team when y'all played last time, they're going to watch the film of y'all playing the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
Figure out how they beat y'all.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Oh, this worked. This worked. This worked.
And players are starting to go at Steph now. Like, I mean, not like they always have, but they haven't. But it's like they're starting to go at him more now because it's like last night, I mean, he was 1 of 7 in overtime and he was 0 of 8 in the fourth quarter. Like, that's ridiculous. And you always know the fourth quarter is what counts.
Last night.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
Not last night.
Yeah, like, I don't know. That's just crazy to me. On all levels, I don't know.
What kills me about Steve Kerr is, like, I've always said he doesn't coach anybody.
He doesn't.
Because they had him mic'd up one game. I think this was against Boston. Had him mic'd up. He's like, we're only down 7, guys. We can make that up in 2 minutes. Probably even a minute. What kind of coaching is that? You don't say that. You say, we got to get stops, we got to get stops, we got to get good shots. That's good coaching. Not, we can make that up in 2 minutes. Maybe even 1 minute. Because why? We're so good. Oh, my God. Steve Kerr ain't coaching
Steph,
nobody.
go ahead and shoot 3 half-court shots. That'll get us back in the game. I don't have to draw up a play.
Nobody. And the shimmy Steph Curry does. Hope his shoulder falls off.
I do. I do. And his defective ankles start bothering him again.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be so much poetic justice if they played the Rockets in the first round and then it's another 8 beating number 1? Wouldn't that just be so awesome? Probably not going to happen, but it would be awesome nonetheless.
It would be. It would be.
Like, just to let them get to 72-10 or 73-10, whatever they're going to get to, and then all of a sudden, like, we beat them in the first round. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But I think the Utah Jazz would have a better chance against the Golden State Warriors in the first round. Just for the fact that, I mean, they play well on the inside. They play good defense, you know. And you told us about the Utah Jazz during the first episode.
They
and
took
I didn't believe
Golden
you.
State to
Overtime.
overtime.
Yeah, they did take it
They
overtime.
lost to San Antonio last week by 2 points. So.
Yeah, because Rodney Hood, I think, missed a shot.
Mm.
Yeah, he missed the game-tying shot or the game-winning shot or something like
So they're a good team.
Yeah, no,
I've
they are.
always liked Utah. I think I actually had them in the playoffs.
Yeah, you did.
We're going to revisit that on the next episode, guys.
Yeah,
see how we did with our playoff standings, see what we got right, what we got wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think Golden State will win it all again this year. I don't, because I mean, in all honesty, like, I think OKC is gonna have something about it because they lost to them 3 straight times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at the video, look at the tapes. You know, work on what you didn't do right. You know, San Antonio. I mean, they showed the blueprint to beating them. So I don't think San Antonio would have an issue or have a hard time, you know, taking it to like 6 games and, you know, finally knocking them out.
They're gonna be tired. They're not
They
getting any
will.
rest.
They will, because
They haven't gotten any rest.
they had a cakewalk last year.
Chasing this record, so.
Yeah, they had a cakewalk last year. It's not going to be that easy for them this time around. It's not. I mean, you know, the Clippers are the Clippers, but they're going to have to contend with the Clippers. You know, and if anything, the Clippers, I mean, they'll exhaust you.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
I think the disadvantage the Clippers have is that Blake Griffin is still nursing that quad injury.
Or the fact that Blake Griffin is back altogether.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Because
Yeah, because they've been doing so well without him.
Yeah, and I've seen it to become late in games to where Blake Griffin has tried to do too much and end up costing them a game.
Oh, and that's another player who's grown over these past few years. Because all Blake did when he got into the league was dunk.
That's it. Dunk and miss free
Now
throws.
he's ball handling. Now he's hitting these mid-range. He'll shoot a 3 every now and then. He's facilitating, and it's like, wow.
Yeah. So
What growth?
Yeah, that's growth. That's growth.
James. That's growth, James.
Talking about players with growth, let's talk about my boy Russell Westbrook.
RWB.
Yeah, let's talk about Russell Westbrook.
My favorite point guard in the league.
One of my favorites as well. One of my favorites. He just passed Magic Johnson on the triple-double list with 17 in one season. You know, and that shows tremendous growth because the narrative on Russell Westbrook, for years, he hogs the ball. He doesn't like to share.
His shot selection is questionable.
He's out of control.
His IQ sucks.
Yeah. But I mean, and then what's even more impressive about those triple doubles was the fact that every time he's had a triple double, they've won the game. You know, so that's 7. There's
this
7.
Season.
Yeah, this season.
Yeah. Triple doubles without KD and they were losing.
Yeah, but this season, yeah. You know, so I mean, that's impressive. That's impressive from a player who was vilified for being an ultra aggressive player to now that's one of his best qualities.
Yeah, that's hard, man. You can't teach that.
You can't teach hard.
You can't teach hard. You can't teach persistency.
Consistency.
Persistence.
But consistency.
Whatever. Yeah, consistency.
Consistency.
I put them together.
Persistency.
Good. It's that HISD education.
It is.
But so yeah, it's just some stuff you can't teach that kind of translates well into you growing as a player. So.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
You can't teach art.
You can't teach that, man.
If you have it, you don't.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean that should still be interesting for Golden State in the first round. But have you noticed that Russell Westbrook doesn't look as aggressive when they play against Golden State? Have you noticed that?
No.
Because sometimes, like Russell Westbrook is normally like a pit bull that has rabies when he plays other players, you know. But when he plays against Golden State, I just don't see that a lot in there. Mainly, what I think it is that Russell Westbrook doesn't have the same shot that Steph Curry has.
He's too focused on scoring.
Yeah.
Or too focused on winning, should I say? Not even scoring.
Yeah.
Just winning.
Yeah.
Which is not bad, but you have to do certain things before you can win. So
that's true. That's true. Wow, that was our last topic.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh.
Hey, we're getting better with this, guys. We are. This show is. I know, right?
Oh no, that's our second half. Okay.
Yeah, the second half. So technically, and the first half was like 36 minutes, so it's kind of like we
we ain't done that.
No, we didn't improve at all. We tried a little bit. Producer saying something to you?
I think so. Producer's giving me a look.
No.
Time to wrap it up, guys.
Time to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. But thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all tune in next week, guys, for our playoff edition. Okay. You know, we're gonna start doing our playoff shows, and we're gonna do an episode every round. Okay, until we reach the NBA Finals, and hopefully for the NBA Finals, we can do an episode during the fourth quarter of those games. You know, hopefully that's the way it can work. And then maybe, you know, we can do a live show on Facebook. We know how you love those live shows on Facebook.
But when it's me, you know, it's different. People just be going live because they be at dinner with their parents. Like,
nobody care. Like, eat your food. Like, you did not chew that 32 times. Like,
nobody wants to see you have a rant.
Yeah.
That's what Snapchat is for. Snapchat is for stuff that people really don't want to see. That's what you put on Snapchat.
Yeah.
You don't put that on.
Because you had a rant the other day when you was at Walgreens.
That was so long ago.
Yeah.
That was so long ago.
I'm just saying, but
the
it was
other day.
It was a rant because you was on there like you was telling the story. You was like, I normally don't do this, but I was.
Okay, I know that one because I had another rant about Walgreens before that, but that was before you on Snapchat.
Nigga. I mean.
But yeah, it was a rant. You're right. That guy tried to kidnap me, y'all.
What?
He tried to kidnap me.
Too old
I think he tried to kidnap me or tried to do something, but
elaborate.
I was gone. Okay, so I'm in Walgreens. I'm going to get some Arizona teas and like some candy because you know I was being unhealthy that day. So I was on the phone with my grandmother, so I was walking around the store a little bit, just trying to waste time so I wouldn't be on the phone going to checkout. So I got my stuff. As I'm leaving the coolers, this guy, I'm going this way and he's going this way, and he's staring at me. But whatever. People stare at me, whatever. I don't pay attention to dudes. So I go. We're going to have to fire our producer. But yeah, so I get to the checkout. It's 2 registers open. I'm at one register here, and he's over here. I'm like, how did he get his drink so fast? So I got my 4 items. I'm checking out, and he comes along like right next to me. So I'm like, okay, it's weird. So I leave out the store, and I'm parked in the back of the parking lot. So I'm parked here, backed in. I'm looking at Walgreens. Right? The parking lot's not that big. So I'm parked at the back of the parking lot, but it's not that big. And he's parked in the front next to the door. So I'm literally here in my car, and he's over here somewhere on the other side of the parking lot. If you guys can understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I'm about to pull out. He gets in his truck real fast, starts it up, and puts it in reverse. I'm like, okay, what is he doing? I'm going to wait for him because I was going to the left, and when he backed out, he was going that way too. So I had to wait for him to pass before I could pull out. So when he backs out, and he starts going that way, he pulls in right next to me. It's 9 o'clock at night, first of all. He pulls in right next to me. So I'm like, what the F are you doing? So as soon as he pulls in, I'm gone. I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to get my number. I don't care. I wasn't about to wait and see what he was trying to do. So I was gone.
Maybe
and mind you, shut up. And mind you, I was on the phone with my grandmother in the store. Guess what she was talking about?
What?
Watching your back.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping your weapons on you all the time. She was like, keep your ammunition in your hand. Keep your ammunition on you at all times. That's what she was talking about. She was like, be careful, there's too much going on. So I'm already paranoid because we done had this conversation and she done got me scared.
Grady seemed like the kind of bust a cap in your ass. You say the sweet potato pie ain't good.
She will. Don't you ask who made that potato pie.
What?
But yeah, it was weird. Like, it was dark, first of all. He was up, man.
Oh, wow.
I would have been nervous and stuff.
Like, If you want to talk to somebody, you want to holler at somebody. You, no, you don't roll up on me like that.
What?
No, you say, hey, excuse me, ma'am.
You pretty.
Yeah, excuse me, ma'am.
Say girl in, or my favorite line from back in the day. Say girl in the blue shirt.
With all that ass.
Hey, your blue shirt.
Hey,
your blue shirt. Ponytail.
Yeah.
Ponytail.
Say red. Say red. Come on,
I
back
get
real
that
quick.
all the time.
Yeah, say red. Yeah.
No, this one guy, he was like,
Hold on, we gotta go.
he was like, girl, you're so tender looking. I want to poke you with a fork. I was like,
What?
You know what?
No.
You know what?
We don't have to end the show on that one. So tender, I want to poke you with a fork.
He was like, you cornbread fed. I was like,
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
How corny. You want to poke you with a fork.
I was like, I bust out laughing. I was like,
Come back.
He was like-
Try again.
Hey, but it's shoot your shot. You never know if it's going to go in unless you shoot your shot.
I don't know, but he shot his shot the wrong way.
Oh.
he shot himself right in the foot.
Yeah.
And what the dude that was trying to follow you?
Mm-hmm.
Man. I don't know. That's
God.
crazy. What was he?
I always
He
have
was
my,
black.
Oh, he was black?
I always
He
have
was
my
an
taser.
African American. I got my taser right there.
He
In my car. Bam.
Was he a light
10
skinned,
million
dark skinned?
volts. He was dark and
Oh,
ugly.
no. Oh, you were definitely in
But he
danger
was
then.
dark and ugly.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
you
I
were
like
definitely
dark
in
skinned guys,
danger.
but he was ugly.
Yeah, because you know what's...
He had them new dreads. They about that long.
Oh.
He just started
Oh,
out.
yeah.
He
was
like
gonna
5
get
months into the process. Nah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was going to kidnap you.
Yeah, I was finna have to look for another co-host.
Yeah.
I was gonna have to try to find somebody that looked like you a little bit, so that way I wouldn't have to pay for another logo.
Shut up.
Just saying.
And I still think to myself, like, what's he trying to do?
That's
We
crazy.
know what he was trying to do.
He could have did all that in the store when you were around people like
That's
hey,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
he would have got fucked up. What did he? It looked like he was trying to trap you the way you said it. Ooh, I would have died.
yeah, like,
I'm gonna need you to come.
like if I wasn't
Bail
back
money?
in, what would have happened? You know, if I had to back out of the parking space. See, my dad was in the military, and they teach you in the military to always back in so you can see your enemies. So anytime I rode in the car with him, he always backed into parking spaces. So I have a habit of doing that. I just back in. Especially when you have, like, you know, the backup camera, everything's it's so easy to back in and parallel parking and all this. So I back in everywhere I go. So yeah, he was my enemy.
That's weird. That is strange. That is strange. That definitely takes the cake, guys.
Now what if he would have shot his ass?
Exactly.
What if he would just start busting through his windows?
We're hiring for a new producer, ladies and gentlemen, a less violent producer. Send in your resumes to the fourthquartershow@gmail.com. We respond to emails promptly.
And it better be appropriate. Don't be being nasty, get God.
What? Oh, God. We miss doing this. What the... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your host, Cardo.
Ladybug.
Producer
and
over
producer
there.
Anonymous.
Over there. Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch y'all during the playoffs. Y'all be blessed. See y'all later.